Welcome back to the show. Okay, Tiff, what do you think of when I use terms like this? Loose jowls, turkey neck, falling face.
Ooh, bad.
None of them are all that positive. All of them make us think of aging skin, I think, right?
Or an adult bully. Like they're names that, you know, you would have gotten in high school, but you can't get until you're old enough to get them.
Exactly.
So, yeah, well, we all lose volume in the face as we age, and gravity makes it a lot worse. So Dr. Deborah Manjoney is with the Wisconsin Vein Center and MediSpa, and she's here to talk about a new treatment that tightens up all of those bad qualities.
As long as you're not talking about me.
Yeah, nobody likes those things.
Not at all.
But it's true that that's what happens to us. I mean, sagging skin happens to us as we age. It's a reality for every single one of us.
And you mentioned all the right reasons. You know, it's gravity and volume loss, and it happens.
Yeah,
it really does.
And so I bet that's maybe one of the top reasons that people come in to visit you, saying, what can I do about this?
Sure, we rejuvenate the skin, but you don't want it to be sagging after it looks nice and fresh and young. Yeah. And so there are other techniques that we're using to try to tighten the skin up. And we have had some for quite a while. They work very well. But what this new device that we have called Pelleve allows us to do is to really target certain areas because it's got a much smaller little tip and a handpiece. I know we'll see it, we have a little video later, and we'll see just how it works. But it's just using radio waves producing heat to heat the skin and the dermis. So you have an epidermal layer and the dermis and even into the little fatty layer underneath.
We can show it now, our producer just said. Okay, so walk us through what's happening here.
So all we're doing is using this little device that exudes radio waves, which is causing a heating of the tissue underneath. And so by doing this, what we're doing is we're warming the collagen and stimulating it to actually produce more collagen. And by doing this, we are tightening the skin. We're replacing collagen that's been lost through aging.
So does it also, because you're showing it on the forehead there and kind of right between the eyes where a lot of us get the wrinkles and wrinkles, does it actually help fill in those wrinkles?
It does. It's going to help to tighten all those areas. And so it will look like it's filling in. I think it's great to use around the eyes because, again, we have different size tips, so now we can get really close to the eyes and really tighten the skin underneath. We can do it around the mouth. And the forehead really works very, very nicely.
And the jowls.
Jowl, absolutely, the jowls.
The jowls.
I've got to say, because I'm 32 and I'm not afraid to admit my age, you know.
That's because you're only 32.
But I feel like that's getting old for me. But even in my, I'm starting to notice some of that here. And so I wonder how young you should start. Could you start before you see some of those problems? Does that benefit, or should you do it once you see the problems?
I think you could start before. I don't think you have to have a lot of treatments if you're younger. The thing is, we start to lose collagen by the time we're 24 or 25.
Yes.
Wow.
And then we start to lose it at about 7% a year. So we're not saying this should be a preventative thing by any means, but it should be when you're seeing early signs.
Starting to see them right away.
That's going to be the best time.
And I think people like to know that this kind of stimulation will actually bring about new collagen formation, which is huge. I mean, that's not something you can just do by probably putting on lotion or something like that.
No, that's exactly right.
So it gets down below, which is important.
It gets down below, it heats the collagen up and allows the collagen to grow more and to stimulate the growth of more collagen with what we call an injury that's not really an injury. So it's a subclinical injury. We're just heating, and that's causing the tissue underneath to think that there's an injury going on, so it's going to produce more collagen to heal everything up.
We have a couple of before and after pictures. All of the people in these pictures, we have 3 photographs of before and after had this tightening procedure done. I think the results there, especially on her forehead, are remarkable.
The forehead really is remarkable what it does, and how the brow raises just a little bit by doing that too, which obviously is something that all women want to see. They don't want to have the droopy brow. And again here, the cheeks, you know, and you can really see an improvement from the treatments here. They're using this a lot in Europe. It's been out there for many, many years, and they're seeing great results even on the neck and other places. We're right now concentrating on the face. There is an immediate response, as you see here. That's just immediately after the first treatment.
Wow.
There is an immediate response, but then by the next day it starts to look normal again, and the collagen then starts to build, and so by the end of a month you will then see the difference again. And then the more treatment you have, and we usually recommend 3, the more you will see. And frequently you don't even see the final result for 4 to 6 months.
Wow.
But you will definitely see results within a month, and then you'll see improvement as we go forward.
Incredible.
Okay. Now you said it's kind of heating the skin, so is there any pain or downtime?
No, it's actually, there's no pain at all. I've had it done around my eyes before we purchased it, and there's really no pain at all. It's just warm. And some people even fall asleep while it's being done. That's how comfortable it is. You know, it's selective. We want to select the right people to have it done. If unfortunately, if you have really old, saggy skin that's very wrinkled or sun damaged, or you've been a smoker for years, it's not going to be the ideal treatment.
Okay.
We're not replacing a facelift.
Okay.
But what we're doing is tightening skin on people 35 to 65 who otherwise are in good shape and they just want a little tightening.
This is Melanoma Awareness Month.
Yes, it is.
I know always talk about how important sunblock is, checking your own skin, seeing a dermatologist, if you see anything irregular.
Any change in a mole, or if there's any irregularity to the mole or any bleeding, make sure that you're aware that melanoma is a very, very dangerous disease to have, and so you want to try to find it as early as possible.
Yeah.
It's good that it's been brought into the light with some of the tanning issues coming out lately, so that we're very aware of the problems the sun or tanning booths can cause. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
Great
we appreciate
information.
it. Here's where you can find the Wisconsin Vein Center and MediSpa. They're located on Georgetown Drive in Pewaukee. Call them at 262-746-9088 or visit wimedispa.com for this new treatment. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.